our culture is keep your private life to yourself, do not impose it on others, do not promote it, just keep your own confidential sexual life to yourself.
Hello and welcome to the Africa News Network.
Let me ask you about another aspect of your vision for Uganda, and that's your commitment to individual rights as a part of human rights. There has been a great focus in the last couple of years in the West on Uganda's treatment of homosexuals. Are you entirely satisfied that homosexuals in your country are having their human rights respected?
The issue is mishandled by the Western countries and their activist groups. Homosexuals in small numbers have existed in our part of Black Africa. They were never persecuted. They were never...
Well, it is entirely illegal to be homosexual and practice homosexuality in your country, isn't it?
Just listen. They were never persecuted. They were never discriminated. But the difference between us and the Western societies, they were also not promoted. So the problem is on the promotion. The difference between Africa and Western Europe is on the promotion of homosexuality, as if it is something good and so on and so forth. What happened in our traditional society is that the homosexuals would be known, it would not be approved, but it would be ignored, and it would be their private issue.
Well, it obviously hasn't been ignored, has it? I mean, we've had gay activists who've been murdered. Just last year, we saw a leading gay activist murdered in your country. What is your view as president of that proposal?
My view is that I do not support promotion of homosexuality, but I do not support persecution or discrimination of homosexuals as our society has always done. We never discriminated them. We never marginalized them or discriminated against them.
But Mr. President...
But we would not, what people resent is promotion. And for instance, recruiting young children into that practice by offering money. That's where the problem is. Inducement, manipulating, using money which they collect from the West. That's what I would also not like.
You yourself said just a couple of years ago, you said gay relationships are against God's will. You clearly believe there is a religious as well as a legislative and political need to take action against homosexuality.
Well, it is true that God cannot, it must be, I have not studied the science of how people become homosexuals, but certainly the normal way is to be heterosexual. That's what nature created us for. But maybe there are some exceptions for some good scientific reasons. If they are there, our culture is keep your private life to yourself, do not impose it on others, do not promote it, just keep your own confidential sexual life to yourself.
A final thought on this. Barack Obama, for one, but other Western leaders as well, have said that they will tie future aid and development funding in a host of countries, including yours, to what they see on the human rights front, but particularly on these gender and sexual identity issues. How do you feel about that?
That would be their biggest mistake, because they should be very careful about Black Africa. Black Africa are humble people. We never impose our views on anybody else. We are not like Europeans or like Arabs who want to impose their views. I normally tell people that when I hear Arabs talking of haram, that's something which is haram, I always tell them that my list of haram is much longer than that one of the Arabs.